Hey, we're back again to look at number 4 from the released FRQs from 2025 for AP Statistics. And so I haven't looked at these yet. If you see my last 3 videos, and I'm trying to do this just like if the kids just saw it for the first time and trying to do it with a time test pressure type thing under it. So here we go. If you remember, the link to the FRQs will be in the comments or in the description below. So open that, view it, and follow along with the solution. Number 4 says the software application app lets users enter questions to receive answers in the form of images, text, or videos. Research indicates that 22% of high school students in Country W use the app to help them with their homework at least once per week. Karen is an AP Statistics student in Country W at a high school that has more than 2,000 students. She believes the proportion of all students at her school who use the app to help them with their homework at least once per week is greater than the proportion for her country. To investigate her belief, she took a simple random sample of 130 students from her school, found that 38 of the sampled students used the app to help them with their homework at least once per week. Is there convincing statistical evidence at the 0.05 significance level to support Karen's belief? Justify your answer with an appropriate inference procedure. Okay, so this is our inference question, 2025. AP Statistics, released FRQ number 4. So we're going to go through the entire process. We're going to name the test. We're doing a proportion. It's one sample, so we're going to do a one proportion. Z-test for a population proportion. We have to name the test. We have to check to make sure the conditions are met for the test. And she did a random sample of 130 students. That's given. All right, we got the random condition. We need to make sure that our large counts condition are satisfied. So she said that 38 out of 130 times 130. That's greater than or equal to, let's just go ahead and put that's equal to 38, and then we'll say it's greater than or equal to 10. And we can say that 130 minus 38 is going to be 92 times 130. Yes, that's right. Equals 92, and that's greater than or equal to 10. So our large counts condition. And next, we're going to check for independence. And so we can say she has a high school has more than 2,000 students. So 2,000 students is greater than 10 times 130 students. So our independence. So this allows us to say that the sample distribution will be approximately normal. And this one allows us to say that we can consider sampling independent. Next, we need a hypothesis. So we've named the test. We've checked the conditions. We're going to say our null hypothesis. Let's look and see again. She believes the proportion of all students at her school who use the app to help them with their homework at least once per week is greater than. So for null, we're going to go ahead and do 38 divided by 130 in the calculator. Looks like 29.23%. So we're going to say that P equals, let's just go ahead and put 38 over 30 for 130. And we're going to say that our alternate hypothesis is that P is greater than or equal to 38 over 130, which this is approximately equal to 0.2923. How about that? That's our hypothesis. So the next thing we're going to do is our calculations. And so here I'm going to run this test in the calculator. So I'm going to do stat test. I'm going to go to one prop Z test. My P naught, I'm going to type in just exactly what I have there, 38 divided by 130. My X, no, sorry, my bad. P naught is not 38 at 130. That's our sample proportion. This is where I was messing up. I think that she said 22%, did she not? Let's go back and look at the problem. I was about to mess up there. 22% is our P naught. That's bad. Almost bad. So think through the problems. P equals 0.22 and P greater than 0.22. Those are the assumed proportions for the hypothesis. Now we're going to do the calculations. All right, good. Good catch. Good time we caught that. So ours is going to be the one proportion Z test, and P naught is 0.22, not 0.29. So I'm going to put in here. I usually wouldn't write this down. I'm going to write on here so everybody can see what I'm doing here. It's 0.22. And our X is going to be 38. Then I'm going to type in a calculator. I would not write all this stuff down on the exam, but since I'm doing this for a video, our N is going to be 130. And our proportion, we're going to say the direction of our alternate hypothesis is going to be greater than P naught. So I'm going to go ahead and type this down. Remember, this I would not write. This part here I would not write on the exam. It's just greater than. I would not write this on the exam. I'm writing this for the video. This is not necessary for credit. Just so you can see, since you can't see my screen in the computer and the calculator. Then I'm going to tell it to calculate. Now we're going to get some good stuff. Oops, one. Let's go back and see what we did here. Stats. Wrong one. Stat. Test. One prop Z test. I didn't put the N in there. I wrote it down, but I didn't put it in there. That's what gave me an error on the calculator. Oops. Scroll down where it says calculate. All right. So this is going to give me, this is what I would write on the test. Write this. How about that? Z equals 1.99. P value equals 0.0232. My P hat was 0.2923. I'm going to write down everything the calculator outputs. N equals 130. We'll write all that stuff down just to make sure. Let's make sure we've got, make sure you can see this right now where I'm at. Yes, you can still. Okay. All right. So we got the p-value, we got that, we got that. I'm gonna go ahead and write my alpha down here. 0.05 was the significance level. And that's the calculation part. This is the calculation part. Everything we needed right here. We don't have to show any of this stuff up here, just this part. And finally, we're going to do the conclusion. And so now I'm going to say because the p-value was 0.0232 is less than alpha, put 0.05. We reject the null hypothesis. And the evidence suggests inclusion in context. Let's look at her name again. Students at Karen School portion of students at Karen School is higher than the average of 22% for country W. And that's question 4. It's done. That's all there is to it. Make sure you can see all that. And I think you can. And so thanks for watching. We'll do question 5 next.